BTS's Jimin surprised us not because of a single sensational moment, but because of a series of facts that quietly shaped a global cultural phenomenon. Observations over time reveal how his name continues to appear in various international media outlets with increasingly reverent tones. He is not simply reported as a K-pop idol, but as an artistic figure with influence across borders, languages, and generations. The frequently highlighted achievement, the record 1.9 billion streams, is not merely a statistic, but a reflection of an emotional connection between his work and listeners worldwide. Observations of media coverage reveal a shift in how Jimin is positioned. In the initial phase, coverage tended to emphasize his visuals, dancing, and stage presence. However, over time, the narrative evolved to recognize his musical quality, artistic perseverance, and consistent performance standards. The media began writing about Jimin's vocal depth, his sensitivity to song dynamics, and his ability to convey emotion with rare precision. In this context, the 1.9 billion streams appear to be the accumulation of public trust in these qualities. When we examine digital music consumption patterns, it becomes clear that streaming is no longer just a passing habit, but a recurring choice made by listeners. Every click and spin of a song is a small decision that, when combined, creates a massive flow. The media interpreted Jimin's record as evidence of his music's high replayability. His songs aren't consumed in a single listen. Instead, they invite listeners to return, discover new details, and experience emotions they might have previously missed. In circulating reports, the media's reverence is also evident in their choice of words. Jimin is often described with terms typically associated with established artists: elegant, mature, and characterful. This marks a significant shift from the stereotype of a transient pop idol to recognition as a musician with a strong identity. A look at interviews and album reviews suggests that critics are beginning to take his work more seriously, weighing song structure, production, and emotional messages. The 1.9 billion streams phenomenon has become a focal point of observation because this figure transcends fandom boundaries. Media outlets note that Jimin's listeners come not only from his core fanbase, but also from a general audience who may not have previously followed K-pop. This is reflected in the stable and expanding streaming charts across various regions. In this observation, Jimin's music serves as a cultural bridge, bringing South Korean sensibilities to the global stage without losing its universality. Another aspect that has drawn attention is consistency. Media outlets frequently highlight how Jimin maintains quality amidst a busy schedule and industry pressures. Observations of his stage performances and music releases demonstrate a harmony between artistic vision and technical execution. There's no sense of haste. Each piece feels polished with full awareness of its impact. This consistency is what makes the streaming records seem logical, not coincidental. In the digital context, algorithms are often seen as determining popularity. However, media outlets emphasize that algorithms work effectively when driven by real human responses. Jimin, through his work, elicits such responses. Observations of online comments, reviews, and discussions indicate a high level of emotional engagement. Listeners don't just listen, they share personal stories about how Jimin songs have accompanied important moments in their lives. Respectful coverage of Jimin also reflects his self-presentation. In interviews, he often speaks with humility and self-reflection. The media perceives this attitude as a sign of artistic maturity. Observations of Jimin's body language and choice of words demonstrate an awareness of his role and responsibility as a public figure. This attitude reinforces the narrative that the 1.9 billion streams are the result of a mutually respectful relationship between artist and audience. We also observed how the media compared Jimin to global standards. Rather than being confined to regional categories, coverage often placed him alongside top international artists. This wasn't an empty claim, but rather a measurable result, evident in streaming data, chart rankings, and critical response. In this context, media accolades served as symbolic validation of Jimin's position in the global music industry. From a music production perspective, the media reviewed Jimin's sonic choices as bold yet measured moves. Observations of the arrangements revealed a balance between experimentation and accessibility. He didn't pursue complexity alone, but ensured that emotion remained central. This approach explains why his songs have achieved widespread acceptance without losing their identity. The 1.9 billion stream record also served as a reflection on the changing music landscape. The media wrote that Jimin's success marks an era in which geographical boundaries are increasingly blurred. Observations of listener distribution indicate that music can move freely through digital platforms, and Jimin has effectively utilized this. However, what makes the difference is the substance of the work that can survive amidst the rapid flow of content. In media analysis, there is also an emphasis on stage performances as an extension of recordings. Jimin is known for his ability to blend vocals and movement with almost cinematic harmony. Observations of concert recordings and live broadcasts reveal a consistent quality that strengthens listener loyalty. This loyalty is then reflected in the ever-increasing streaming numbers. The media's reverence doesn't come without context. They chronicle Jimin's long journey, including the challenges and learnings he's undergone. Observations of this narrative demonstrate that the public values authenticity. The 1.9 billion streams record is understood as a temporary climax of an ongoing journey, not a final destination. When we examine how media outlets conclude their reports, a predictive, optimistic tone often emerges. They see Jimin as someone who will continue to grow. Observations of his creative tendencies suggest an openness to collaboration and exploration. This suggests that current streaming numbers may be just the beginning of greater achievements. On the other hand, media outlets also caution that high numbers bring high expectations. However, observing Jimin's response, he appears to choose to focus on the process rather than the pressure. This attitude further reinforces the media's respect, demonstrating a balance between ambition and integrity. In public discourse, the 1.9 billion stream record is often used as a benchmark for success. More reflective media outlets encourage readers to look beyond the numbers. They highlight the emotional impact, cultural representation, and inspiration Jimin brings. This observation positions music as a human experience, not simply a commodity. A look at international reactions shows that media reverence is not limited to one region. From Asia to Europe and the Americas, the emerging narratives share a common thread: recognition of quality and influence. This reinforces the impression that Jimin has achieved a level of sustained global relevance. When we combine all these observations, the picture that emerges is of an artist who successfully harmonizes talent, hard work, and a sense of the times. The media respects him not for fleeting sensations, but for consistency and depth. The record of 1.9 billion streams is a symbol of the widespread resonance he has created. Ultimately, this observational article isn't meant to glorify numbers alone. It attempts to capture how BTS's Jimin surprises us through observable processes, shifting media narratives, listener engagement, and the enduring quality of his work. In a constantly changing music landscape, this story serves as a record of how respect builds slowly, song by song, until it is ultimately reflected in astonishing numbers. Thus, Jimin emerges not only as a star with impressive statistics, but as an artist who interprets success more broadly. The media outlets honoring him seem to agree that his 1.9 billion streams are the result of a long dialogue between his work and the world. This observation invites us to see music as a meeting place for emotions, culture, and time, and Jimin stands at the center of that meeting, poised and assured.